is the Olympic champion over 100 metres. She's having a great year so far, Alfred.
I mean, a massive well done, not just the win, but also a meeting record. How are you feeling?
I feel amazing right now.
And Amy Hunt running a fantastic transition, but she hasn't got it in the home straight. Julian Alfred streaking away with the women's 200. She is the favourite here. Good start from Sears, the American, putting Alfred under pressure. Alfred looked tense in Prefontaine, and she perhaps looks tense.
But I think it really sparked a fire in me to know that I'm not where I need to be. And just really trusting God's plan for my life.
Here again in the second half, but there goes Julian Alfred, there goes the Olympic champion. It is another 10-7, 10-79.
Alfred got a brilliant start in the semi-final and she's away well again.
And you've had an absolutely phenomenal season already so far. I believe you've lost just one race this year.
She's up on Richardson at the moment. Julian Alfred, the history maker.
This just in, Julian Alfred may have just changed the Olympic sprint conversation in less than 22 seconds. The St. Lucian sprint queen stormed through London in the 200 meters, not only setting a meet record but delivering a performance so dominant, it left fans, commentators, and even her competitors stunned. After a stinging defeat to Melissa Jefferson in the 100 meters, many questioned whether Alfred could rebound. What she delivered next was nothing short of explosive. Her time of 21.71 seconds didn't just win a race. It sent a warning shot across the global sprinting stage. She's not just back. She's faster, stronger, and hungrier than ever. With that race, she didn't just beat the field. She made a statement. She's coming for Olympic gold, and she's not waiting around to ask permission. This is Julian Alfred's world now, and the rest of the sprinting elite just got a brutal reminder. Julian Alfred walked into London with one goal: silence the critics. Days earlier, she suffered a rare defeat to Melissa Jefferson in the 100 meters, a moment that sparked debates and whispers about her form. But instead of folding under pressure, Alfred responded the only way champions do: with fire. In London, she wasn't just racing for time, she was racing to reclaim her narrative. From the moment she lined up, there was a different energy in her stance. Focused, calm, deadly. And when that gun went off, there was no hesitation. She exploded out of the blocks with the force of someone who had something to prove. By the time she rounded the curve, the field had already scattered behind her, unable to keep up with her blistering pace. That 21.71 wasn't just a time, it was her answer. She didn't just redeem herself, she rewrote the story. And in doing so, she reminded everyone that one loss doesn't define a season, but how you respond to it does. Let's break down exactly what Julian Alfred achieved on that London track. Because the numbers don't just speak, they scream. Clocking 21.71 seconds in the women's 200 meters, Alfred shattered the meet record previously held by American star Gabby Thomas, whose 21.82 mark had stood unchallenged. But Alfred didn't stop there. She also crushed the existing world lead of 21.88, making her not just the fastest woman in that race, but the fastest in the world this season. And to top it all off, this wasn't done under perfect conditions. With a headwind of 0.6 meters per second pushing against her, she still managed to deliver a performance that turned heads across the globe. And let's not overlook the pride of St. Lucia. This became a new national record. Every layer of this run was historic. It wasn't just fast, it was generational. In a sport measured in milliseconds, Alfred didn't just shave time. She carved her name into the record books with authority. From the first step, Julian Alfred separated herself from the pack in a way that had jaws dropping worldwide. Her acceleration out of the blocks was so explosive, so precise, that she looked like she was running downhill while the rest were just trying to keep up. Even before reaching the curve, she was already establishing a lead, and by the time she exited that bend, the race was essentially over. She ran that turn with such control and velocity that it was almost cinematic. You didn't need a stopwatch to know she was flying. Analysts are already dissecting that opening 100-meter split, because what she produced in the first half of that race looked like 100-meter final speed. The combination of strength, technique, and confidence was undeniable. And the ease in her stride? That's the mark of someone not even maxing out yet. If she can carry that same form through both sprints in a championship setting, we might be looking at the next 1-2 Olympic queen. Let's be clear, this wasn't a weak lineup she left in the dust. Julian Alfred went head-to-head with some of the best sprinters in the game, including former world champion DinaAsher-Smith, rising British star Amy Hunt, and veterans like Daryl Nita. And guess what? Many of them brought their A game. Dina clocked a season-best 22.25. Hunt delivered a personal best of 22.31. And yet none of them could even make it competitive. That's how commanding Alfred's performance was. Athletes hit peak form and still looked like they were running a different race entirely. When the best in the field are producing their best times and you're still dusting them by daylight, that's not luck. That's dominance. It was like watching a sprinter in a different league altogether. A showcase of separation, not just in speed, but in status. That London meet didn't just reveal who was fit, it revealed who was elite. And right now, Julian Alfred is sprinting alone at the top. Not everyone came into this race under ideal circumstances, and that includes Jamaican sprinter Ashanti Moore, who literally arrived in London the morning of the meet. Jet-lagged, fatigued, and with minimal prep, she still managed to run 22.86. An admirable effort, especially considering the travel nightmare. But in contrast, Alfred was laser-focused, immune to the distractions, locked in on one thing: execution. While others were battling logistics and last-minute flights, she was preparing to dismantle the field. That kind of mental toughness is what sets champions apart. In a sport where one missed step can ruin a race, Alfred showed total command from start to finish. No stumbles, no signs of nerves, just pure competitive fire. And that's important because championships aren't just about raw speed. They're about who can hold it together when the pressure's on, the schedule's tight, and the chaos sets in. Julian Alfred proved she thrives in chaos and turns it into greatness. That's it. Here's the part that should terrify every rival eyeing the Olympic podium. Julian Alfred hasn't even tapered yet. Yes, you heard that right. This record-breaking, field-crushing performance came while she's still in heavy training mode. No rest phase, no peaking, just raw power. Which means this 21.71 could just be the beginning. When sprinters taper, they lighten their load, sharpen their speed, and bring their bodies into prime condition. If Alfred is already this fast while fatigued, what happens when she's fully rested and firing on all cylinders? Analysts are already buzzing with predictions. A 21.5 in the 200 me? A 10.6 in the 100 me? Suddenly those aren't just dreams, they're targets. Because the way she's moving now, you get the sense that we're not just watching a contender. We're watching someone on the verge of all-time greatness. And if she continues on this trajectory, we're going to be rewriting history books by the time the Olympics roll around. Unlike many of her rivals, Julian Alfred isn't sweating national trials. She's already booked her ticket, which gives her a massive strategic advantage. While others are burning energy just trying to qualify, Alfred is fine-tuning her craft. She gets to race when it benefits her, rest when needed, and focus solely on peaking for the championship. That's a luxury that few sprinters enjoy, and it could be the difference between a medal and fourth place. She's not dealing with selection drama or the mental fatigue of back-to-back qualifiers. Instead, she's in the lab, training with precision, reviewing film, and building toward a master plan. Her coaching team has the rare chance to design her season around one goal: Olympic gold. And that clarity is dangerous. Because while others are juggling stress and schedules, Alfred is sharpening her blade. And when she unleashes it in Paris, the field better be ready. The question now hanging in the air: who, if anyone, can stop Julian Alfred? On paper, she's the favorite. No one is running faster right now, and few are showing the consistency she's delivered all season. Melissa Jefferson may have taken the 100-meter win recently, and Gabby Thomas has major experience. But if Alfred continues her trajectory, they're going to need more than just a good race to beat her. They'll need a miracle. Even Sha'Carri Richardson, with all her flair and finishing power, will need to bring peak form to challenge this version of Alfred. Because right now, the St. Lucian star isn't just winning. She's redefining what winning looks like. This isn't hype, it's hard data, race after race. And if her next performances build on what we saw in London, she might not just win gold, she might run into history. One thing is certain, the sprint world just got a shakeup, and her name is Julian Alfred.